What's up, everybody? I want to welcome you all to the Michael Rose Experience. This week, I just want to start by saying I'm mad as hell because my other guest is not here, and she thought she was supposed to be here next week.
I thought we was gonna let that go.
I did, but I just wanted to let her know one more time that I am a little disturbed. But anyway,
Say her name.
no,
Say her name.
I'm not gonna say her name.
Say her
I'm not
name.
gonna say her name. I already told the people I would never say names.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say no names, but it's all right. It's okay. It really is because I kind of envisioned today just being me and a professional anyway. But I was trying to keep my balance and my feng shui, is that what they call it? Whatever. I don't know. I was trying to keep the zhuzh going, but whatever. God saw fit to do another thing.
Yes,
So
he did.
we are here. I got Miss Valerie back in the building.
Hey,
Woo, woo, woo,
y'all.
woo. I just want to thank you for being another last minute
Okay.
voice of reason, I guess. Just thank you for showing up and showing out.
Every time.
2 weeks in a row, it happens. You know, it's great. So wonderful. You know what? It's great to be me. I feel good to be me today because now I know I can call on folks and they just, come on in, and it's good to know you got people that will do that for you.
Oh, most
you
definitely.
know?
I told one of my ladies yesterday, I can't support you if I don't support you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
here I am, y'all.
In case you did not catch last week's episode, Miss Valerie was one of my instructors when I was in cosmetology school, and I will let you give a brief background, how long you've been in the business.
I've been in the business legally 12 years.
Come through legally.
Legally 12 years, and God has really blessed me to go from private school to public school. So I am here, y'all. I am glad that my friend, previous student, and just ultimate bomb A stylist
Ooh.
in the industry has
Thank
asked
you.
me to just come and be his support system today. So here I is, y'all.
So you said something that's gonna kind of segue this little episode today. You went from private
sector.
to private cosmetology to public,
Yes.
meaning for those who don't know what that means.
Meaning, like beauty school is a college. When you think of Ogle or you think of Paul Mitchell, that's considered the college level. I am now in the high school level, which is considered public school. I'm at the Bill R. Johnson CTE Center, which is a career and technology center for high school students.
Okay. So is it the program where they're able to do their 1,500 hours and
It's
upon
actually
graduation?
1,000.
Oh, it's 1,000.
It's actually 1,000 hours in high school. They take their state board exam probably in their senior year around April or May. And then after they graduate, they're able to do their practical so they can test.
So they just 86 that whole extra 500 hours?
For high school students,
I'll be damned.
Well, they're doing like 3 years.
It don't matter. Shit, I had to give them 1,500 hours of my damn life.
That ain't got
Everybody
nothing to do
should
with me. And check this out. Guess how much the price is? Let me know when you're
probably
ready.
leaps and bounds lower than what I paid.
1,000.
Girl, no.
Divided up over 3 years. 150 the first year. I think it's 650 the second year, and then the third year I think it's 177. Yeah. How much you got?
You know what I feel like this is, Paul? Some motherfucking hateration and holleration in the damn dancery. What the hell?
Hey,
Are you serious?
They hating.
$1,000
Yes, sir.
broken up over 3 years.
Broken up over 3 years. So when my mom
Okay, I'm tired of talking about it. It don't even matter no more.
Don't act like
That just bothered everything in me.
Amazing program. Well worth it. Because when I think about
And
what
to
I
think
paid,
I didn't decide that I really wanted to do hair until I was a senior in high school. So it was already too
oh,
late
you was out of there
for me to even consider. That is some straight up bullshit. I don't even know how to come back from that. Anyway, today we are here to discuss I'm taking it in. It's not. I don't feel good about anything anymore.
Levels to this. When I first heard about it, I was bewildered.
Okay. Anyway, this is welcome to adulting, where you have to move forward with a quickness
and pay them student loans
and pay them back. All 20 grand of them.
Oh, yours was 20.
Honey, it's probably more than 20. Child.
Yes, most definitely.
Just growing out kind of interest and stuff. Anyway, we are here to discuss. What did I tell you we were talking about today? We're talking about the black woman, and her hair
in the workplace.
I mean, really, black people in general, because men go through some things as well. it's just not to the extent, I don't think, of black women. Well, maybe these days with the man in the natural hair era, and they're trying to come back into growing our hair and things like that, and wearing length as opposed to like fades and shorter cuts.
Yes,
it's kind of happening a little more now. But I work closer with women, and so I have to feel like sometimes I go through these things with you guys as far as how you have to wear your hair. It's a very emotional thing.
Oh yeah, it can be. If you allow it.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, for me, I have said that whatever. Well, and I got this from G. Whatever don't kill you, make you stronger.
True.
He who anchors you controls you.
True.
Okay, so one day I went into work and I had hot pink hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stylist. I'm supposed to. And my boss said, "That's very nice and that's cute." She said, "But that is so inappropriate for work."
And this is
where I am now. And at first I was like, no, because I can do that.
The public school.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm trying to show the girls.
You're the hairstylist. Oh, I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, this is what you said. Hair in the workplace.
No, but I'm saying, you being a hairstylist, I wanted to ask you, first of all, have you ever worked in corporate America outside of
Yes, I have.
the hair industry or whatnot? Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, now that you've gone from private to public as it pertains to teaching cosmetology, now you cannot do what you did at Ogle. It was promoted at Ogle.
And it is. It is
for you to do whatever the hell you saw fit to your hair, as long as you did something.
Show your level of creativity.
And now that you're in the public school forum, and did she explain? That's why I feel like I have a general idea as to why. But
she did, and she always does. Anytime it's something that I don't know, she makes sure that I know why those are the things. But of course, if we want the students to do what we ask, because we do ask them to come to school with natural colors, and that means a color that you could have actually grown from your scalp. Same thing applies to us.
You know what I think is really sad, and it don't have nothing to do with what's going on, but they don't teach these kids enough to even know or to understand that that's the area in the field that you work in.
Yeah.
And so that's acceptable in your...
It is acceptable.
Your realm.
Once you're out of school.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is they're not teaching these kids enough for them to dissect, oh, that's the cosmetology teacher. That's what people who do hair do.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yes. Versus why my English teacher doesn't have green hair.
Yeah.
But anyway, how do you... I went to school with teachers who had colored hair.
Yeah.
And they were not art teachers. They were regular teachers.
Yeah.
They had tattoos and piercings and all kind of stuff, but I also went to Eastside High. So, how do you find the balance sometimes as a stylist with your clients who come in, who are dealing with those struggles of, oh, I can't wear my hair like this to work?
Yeah. Well, it's a number of ways to do it, depending on where they're going. Number one, that goes back to our consultation that we talked about last week. How long are you going to keep this style? How can you maintain this style? I'm going to suggest, first and foremost, let's put some tracks in there. You got this color in there and you can't wear it. Don't put something in it that you can't. What's most important to you? How you wearing your hair right now, or the job that you work at? What's going to benefit you the most?
And what is the general consensus?
Well, you already know that J-O-B.
That job, honey.
Yes, at all times.
Yeah, I've had one. We did a color and it was like a shock because she had been wearing her natural color for so long. Wearing color was not foreign to her, but because she had worn her natural color for so long, and this was her natural hair, I guess. And that's generally what she had been wearing to work. It was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, who are you?
I can't go to work like this. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's
as long as
it was still a natural color. It was blonde, but it was just...
Was it tasteful?
Yeah. I mean, she ended up leaving with it, and it wasn't an issue at the job, but it was definitely an issue for about 45 minutes while we were in the salon, going back and forth on whether she would be able to wear it to work and what was my availability if she had to go in and come back in the middle of the week and get it colored back.
Well, because when it's all said and done, that takes it back to what's going to be the most important thing for you. Okay? My job. My appearance is everything.
How do you find that balance there when you got the new law that says that dreadlocks are, they can not hire you because you have dreadlocks? That was passed like within the past couple of days. So
you're asking, what do I think about them not?
What do you think about that? But how do you also, like, have you been in that situation with the client where they have to change the way that they normally wear their hair, or they would prefer to wear their hair, or I wear my hair like this for work, but I wear it this way. Like,
I'm there for my client when it's all said and done. Let's do a cute look. You know what I'm saying? When they first start off, that's the hardest thing to hide, because you do want to be respectful to your employer. Okay. So if you do a cute little mohawk or do something, but if you walk in there and you look like you're ready to rob me, then I'm not going to want that style for you. Okay.
Hey, let me say this: as far as the dreads are concerned, when you
that's
walking
a stigmatism with them. I'm telling you,
it is, because the thing was that the person, I was gonna look it up, but I don't feel like it anymore. What happened was the woman went on an interview and she was pretty much about to get the job. They were in a meeting about schedule conflicts, and it came up that they just didn't think that the dreads, in so many words, looked neat. And I think the remark was, it tends to get a little messy, is what she said. I'm not saying yours are, but it could be, to an instance where it gets a little messy or whatnot. So she then took that and they sued and did all of that or whatever, and they found it reasonable for her to make that decision that she can't have a job because of her having dreads. And it came to the conclusion of, if it's something that can be changed, then they have a right to decide whether or not they want to hire you. So if you had like some kind of physical ailment, visible, that we could see that wasn't changeable, I guess, by going home and just taking it off, then they can't do that. But because you have dreadlocks or braids or a natural curly style, then now you can't work here because it gets a little messy.
I'm telling you, I do not agree with that, because that is a way that some people express themselves, is in their look. Okay. I remember when I was going for an interview at Ogle, and I had on probably something like what I have on right now, but I had my little jacket on, and I thought I was cute. I was colorful. I'm in the industry. I'm a stylist. I'm rocking the part. I'm looking to look. And you don't know, this teacher, she was out in Euless, and she was like, "Oh no, you got to have a dress on to your knees. You need some black tights on, and you need some flats, and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "But that's not me."
First of all, that ain't fashion.
I mean,
and Ogle is about fashion. Ish.
But they can be a little conservative.
But they like to promote that they want you to be up on the latest trends.
They like to promote that for students, but for educators, they want you to be, just rein that in just a little bit. Just rein that in.
So see, there's that corporate America part.
That's that old, corporate America. That's do as I say, not as I do.
Oh. I've never worked in corporate America, so this is why I felt like I have worked in corporate America in a little piece of a wannabe salon for a couple of months that I was in, but it was corporate America. But other than that, I have never had the experience of having an higher management or anything like that where they were able to tell me, "Oh, you can't." Besides going to Ogle and things like that, like I don't.
I did relocation for about 10 years. I worked for Chase Bank for about 5 years. I've always been in corporate America. And then when I got laid off from the relocation, when we had our little recession, I didn't know what to do. I was newly divorced. I was like, "Lord, what am I going to do?" And then my mom was like, "Do what you want to do." Hey, I went back to cosmetology school, got my license, and been kicking ever since. So that's where that is. But I have always pretty much been told you can't wear this, even with my nose ring. Couldn't wear my nose ring to work. But things have changed a lot now in corporate America. If you kind of see, some of the VPs are wearing piercings. You know what I'm saying? They're conservative and they are a natural look, but you have people that's their religion. They have to wear their nose ring or
exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
So it's happening.
So the doors are opening, but not wide enough.
No. They're not swinging open on you.
Oh, no, they're not swinging. I just want to get down to the nitty gritty of this bullshit anyway. So what about let me just preface this by saying, white people, if you are racist and you find out that you are racist through this conversation today, it is okay. It's just time for you to make a change, and it's time for you to educate yourselves, okay?
Please continue to subscribe.
Reel it in, okay?
Okay.
So being that you have worked in corporate America, I'm sure you have been able to experience this as a regular person and then also as a cosmetologist.
Mm-hmm.
You've had clients, I'm sure, because we as an African American community, the black folks, we like to change our hair quite often. Some of us change it every time we go to the salon. We're walking up out of there with something else. So what I have found with my clients is that it's always a big to-do and a big hoopla when they take their asses back to work after they done came and got the experience. And it's a whole day devoted to educating the white folks on, and not just the white folks, because some of these men is idiots and they act like they have no idea that things can be done to hair.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
But the general consensus is to be white folks that act like they have no understanding that we doing the same stuff in our salon that you're doing in yours. Yeah. Some of y'all is coming over here and some of us is going over there, and everybody's doing the same thing. Y'all got different names and different methods, but at the end of the day, all of this shit is the same.
Her is her.
My question is, why is it, or maybe you can help me understand, why do we have to have the big hoopla when we go back to work? And is that something you've experienced first?
Of course, because I will be at work like this on Friday and have it down to the middle of my back come Monday, and you cut your hair? Sugar, did I cut my hair from Friday up into
you knew that wasn't?
Yeah. So sometimes I just pull it out. You have the ones that really don't know what's going on, and then yet goes back to that hateration, holleration in this dancery, because you already know what's going on with the hair. Stop playing with
for real
me. And I feel like when they come and ask a million questions, I really feel like this. I don't like that. So don't come asking me a million questions about my hair, because I feel like you really already know what time it is. I'm glad that you went
there, because that's where I was taking it. Like, first of all, can we first note that this is offensive? First of all,
it's very offensive.
It's highly offensive that every time I do something to my hair, we have to have a whole discussion about
how I did it. Whether it be a quick weave or whether it be a sew-in, or you want to see
Can I touch it?
Can I touch it? No, please do not touch my hair.
And then why is it when you just so happen to just feel the hand of God reach down on you on whatever specific day, and you allow them to touch your hair? Why is the response always, "Oh, it's so soft"?
Yeah,
it looks so it's so soft. It's so much softer than it looks.
What were you thinking? Yeah, what were you thinking? How was it supposed to?
What did it look like? It felt like?
Yeah, I want to ask that. I'm gonna have to ask. You're gonna make me ask that next time. Well, what did you think it was gonna feel like?
What did you think?
What?
But
it's not true yak, sugar.
Explain to them, why is it offensive?
It's offensive because it's my hair. It's a service that I'm getting done. It's a change that I made to me. Number one, and
that I did for me.
And I'm not saying it's a secret, but at the same time, I don't want my hair to be the topic of conversation.
Every
single time, once a month for the last 15 years that I've came in here
in
with
the same job.
Yes, and sat in the same seat next to Miss Bernice. Why is you tripping? Okay. It's just, I would go from every year I would go to braids in the summer and short, you know what I'm saying, back in the regular times. And it's, how'd you do the braids? And and what? You see how these braids is on here. You know good and well, I ain't did my hair like this on my own. It's something added in. I know you know. My girlfriend, before she passed away, used to call them Billies and Becky's. You get these Billies and Becky's.
Billies and the Becky's.
And they want to ask you a million questions about your hair and And I'm like, girl, because she owned a million wigs.
Okay.
When she had
curly, a wig a day.
She had curly. She had straight.
To keep the haters away.
I mean, honey, that was her prescription. And Letitia, how'd you get your hair like this? How'd you get your hair like that? What did you do to such? And she said, she go to talking crazy because she was eating it. She let Coffeeville come out quite often because she did not want to explain why she changed her hair up, or if she had a half wig, or if she had this. They want to know everything about our hair.
It's invasive.
It's very invasive. This is me. This is my closet, and this is what I want to do. And sometimes I want a different person. I want to see somebody different.
So would you say that hair for the black, I don't even know if you can answer that question. Hair for the black woman is different than hair for the white woman?
I would not, because you know what? We're not ashamed of it. So we're going to rock it, because they got, what's the blonde color? 18, 10, whatever. They got wigs to come in that color. Blonde, brown, black. We gonna rock it because we are not ashamed of who we are.
No. What I'm saying is what hair means. That's what I should have said it like that. What hair means to the black woman, is it a different thing?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So do you think that's why, number one, do you feel like that's why there's the big back and forth, lack of understanding or refusal to understand, I think at some point. And then what is it that's so different?
Well, I've never been a white woman, so I can't speak on
it. We need Becky.
Yes.
Becky, please write it.
Although I do clutch my pearls every now and again, all I can say is that the first thing you'll hear from a black woman is her hair is her crown and glory. Okay. And she rocks that, and she's going to represent it. And I feel like some white women may think the same way, and their hair grows differently from ours. So they may have that length.
Do you think so?
They may have I said some. They may have that length. They may have that curl pattern. They may have that fullness, or they have a good stylist that can give them that look. Okay.
Because I've done white hair for, an amount of time. I did white hair. I did hair for the Caucasians in the Caucasian salon.
Don't say white hair anymore. I'm sorry, y'all, if I offended anybody.
That's very offensive. I do apologize. Yes. That's really rude of me.
And me too.
But I have done hair for the others before.
You step to the other side. Bless your heart. I always do. I just feel like hair has no color. Okay. Now it's the person that whose scalp that hair grew from that may have the issues with it. See, we was raised on that. My grandma had wigs. My great grandma probably had wigs. My aunties, everybody had them. Okay. Now I'm not gonna call her Becky anymore. For Sarah. Who's one of my favorite people, Sarah Hollingsworth. She's an amazing stylist as well.
Yes.
For Sarah, she may not have seen someone wear a custom-made hairpiece. That's what we're going to start calling them, wigs. Custom-made hair pieces.
Units.
She may not have seen anyone wear a unit until her grandmother. Okay, and then that's not the look that she wanted. But if you look into the fashion industry now, or the pop singers, and I was looking at Ariana Grande, whoever her, she changed her wigs about 5 times in a video when I was watching the other day. I said,
well, J-Lo wears wigs.
Of course. Some of the best lace fronts I've ever seen.
You ever seen. She wears
Shout
wigs,
out to J-Lo's stylist.
Wigs, clip-ins,
all
ponytails, all kind of stuff.
Because she's not afraid, and somebody's really educating her on that.
Not just that, but the thing is, I think the part that bothers me the most is that, again, I've already said it on this today. Y'all are doing the same shit we doing.
Yeah. But do you got enough guts to do it?
It's not about having enough guts. It's white women and Mexicans and Asians and all that shit running around here in wigs, quick weaves, sew-ins. Yeah. I have done them. Yes. I have done sew-ins on white people. I have made wigs for white people. Yeah. I have done quick weaves for white people.
Yeah.
In between, on the scalp, and gelled their hair down and laid them tracks on top.
What?
Yes. All of them.
Yeah, I need pictures.
They're all, that was...
back in the day.
When it was a secret that I have weave,
Right.
Can we bring that back? Let's run those days back when it was like, I'm going to be consistent about my hair for at least 3 months.
Yeah.
But, now I'm going to change it every other day today. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to kind of move to another thing. I want to do a hair equation today.
Okay.
Since I have a stylist on stylist today, I want to do a hair equation, see how we bounce off each other. So,
hair equation.
You know what hair equations are, correct?
No.
Hair equations are like math equations, but they are.
I didn't sign for that.
You signed up for them, but they are they're a makeup of a actual hair situation.
Okay.
So it'll be, a situation plus a situation divided by a situation, and then you get the result. Hair equations, right? So I'm looking for where did it go? Here we go. No, where did it go? It ran away from me. So this one is just it'll just be a situation. It might not actually be a plus or a minus. It could just be, this is what you did, and this is the result of it.
Okay.
So today's is relaxing your leave out. And for those who don't know what leave out is, it is the hair that you leave out around your extensions. So around your parting area, around your hairline. or whatever.
But you natural.
Or whatever. Anyway, so there are people who will get like a sew-in, or maybe they'll get a wig sewn down and have hair out around it, and they'll want to relax the hair that is left out, so that it could blend better. But first of all, dear, what that means is that it was time for that shit to come out.
Roasted. Stop it.
Number one, it was time for it to come out, okay? If you're relaxing it. Second of all, that is probably one of the most dangerous things you can do, because when you rinse out that relaxer, it's going right up and through to them braids. And there is a chance that you will not get all of that out of there.
It's a big chance.
Is a very high chance, and then there's also a high chance that you're not going to dry them braids all the way.
Because you hate the dryer.
Right. So now we're looking at some sort of fungus buildup, mildew situation, and then also we have chemicals that we have not gotten all the way out of our hair. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with sparse, scarce, brittle, dry, abused, broken, leave out.
That's nasty.
Left out to die.
Yes. That's it.
Meaning, I think this is probably, aside from wanting to flat iron that leave out every day, one of the biggest reasons why the parts that you're leaving out, you see the breakage the most in those areas. So what do you...
you know what? I just feel like...
What say you on the relaxing leave out? First of all, what do you say about leave out?
Shame on you.
In 2019.
Shame on you. Go ahead and purchase the real deal.
We still doing leave out?
I've seen it. And I'm not talking about y'all because I've seen y'all leave out. I'm just saying.
And let's also be clear. When it comes to, and this is in 2019, when it comes to the regular person and then the people that you see on TV, the celebrities and all of that, understand that you go to the salon once a day. I mean, once a week, maybe once a month.
Yes.
And any other variation in between.
Yeah.
But for the most part, none of you regular people have have a stylist like what you see the people on TV have.
Because those live with them pretty much.
Just about every day, somebody's in their hair. So they have
room.
A professional in their hair.
Yes.
And chances are most of the people are not wearing all of their own hair.
They're not.
So leave out for the professional, for the people on TV is different from the leave out on a regular person.
Definitely. And
so put it away. Is that what we agree with?
Please.
Because in this day and age where we have wigs and lace and things like that, and technology,
that's it.
To where you don't have to leave, if you're going to leave that hair up for whatever amount of time.
Yes. I hate to hear so often, my hair is broken right here because this is what I leave out the most. Why? It's like one of your kids. You ain't gonna put all your kids up. You're gonna leave all your kids.
You know what I'm tired of hearing? Just the side I sleep on.
Well, that makes a difference.
Does it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, shit. You got more years than me. I was trying to see.
No.
Did I not know something?
Not unless you just sleep like that for a whole week on that one side. And I'm talking about you didn't slept 7 days straight.
So you were in a coma.
That part. Now, then yes. And then like when the babies, they wallow, babies, I say.
Because they spend quite a bit of their time on their head.
Wilding. Okay. But adults, when I hear that, no, baby, that's not what that is. I got to tell you the truth every time you come to me with some silliness. Stop it with that foolery, that tomfoolery. Okay?
So how do you segue your clients? Because I've had several of them either stop coming or opt out of whatever extension because I have come to a place where I just don't agree with leave out, especially if it's not anything to be left out.
Yeah. They need to take that. But one thing I do is when they ask me about it, 9 times out of 10, before they even purchase the hair, they're going to say, what you think about this? Okay, are you going to get the other piece that goes to it as well?
But you know what, though? Also, we have gotten to a place where I'm just like, these frontal things.
Yeah, I hate them too.
Those are not for every day.
They're
and so it's like you got to break down, okay, these do exist and they are here and you can wear them, but just understand that this is not an everyday kind of thing. Like if you want an everyday wig, you should opt for a clothes. Like how do you? Because it's not working for me. Let me say that. That's why I'm asking you.
Definitely a closure.
Act like they don't understand. They don't want to listen to what I'm telling them. I'm trying to give them the real deal.
Trying to spend they not ready for everybody can't handle the real deal, baby.
Maybe I should type it up and show them like a printout. No, like give them a pamphlet type deal, a brochure. take it home and think about it.
No, they ain't doing that. No, that's too much like right. I'm just saying we could educate. They are not trying to hear that because their mind is already set on that look that they want. And even though they know that these is 40-inch extensions, they still want it to look as natural as possible. So they're going to have that leave out.
Why does that equate to looking natural when your leave out is 8 inches and you're trying to put 40 inches of hair in? It does not look natural.
Because I done pressed.
And that's why it's broke off. Because you put heat on it every day to try to make that shit blend in. It's not blending. It didn't blend in yesterday. It's not blending in today. You put all the wax and all the foam and all the grease and all the gel and all the spritz and all that shit. You're going to still have them two thorns sticking out in the front, in front of your little part.
I'm going to put my scarf on.
And then what you're going to do, you're going to gel that shit down and have them finger waves at your hairline that you call baby hairs and stuff. Don't get me started. Yes. You know how I feel about baby hairs and
them
stuff.
Them little toothbrushes, I could just throw them all away. Do a bonfire with them bad boys. Because if I see one of my students be, Miss Bell, can I fix my baby hair? Baby, you is what, 7? You don't have no baby hair anymore. You're 17 now. That's called real hair. That's your hair.
You know, I got into a whole knockdown drag out one day on Facebook about the baby hair thing. And basically what I said was if you have to use a product to force those hairs into submission,
I can't.
Then chances are those are not a baby hair.
I can't.
Okay? If you got to put some kind of product on there and fight and do all of that, and then you have to turn around and tie that shit down until the product is dry to ensure that those hairs lay all day, chances are there ain't no damn baby hair.
That's just
Am I wrong?
That's just
Was I wrong for saying it?
No, you weren't wrong. I guess I think it was your delivery that they did.
How else was I supposed to say it? It's the truth. Bitch, if you got to use a product to submit those hairs.
Well, you know, sometimes. I just want to say sometimes.
Oh, okay. I was waiting on a voice of reason or something.
There is no voice of reason. You already know that's what that is. You know that is not no baby hair.
The girl gonna tell me, clearly you don't know anything about hairline or baby edges or what she say, hairlines or edges.
What you mean we don't know?
She said I didn't know.
Oh.
Then I had to go down the list.
It's
been 12 years.
And check point 1. Point 2. How many did you give her to let her know about what you know about hairline and edges?
First of all, I started with letting her know that I've been doing hair for 12 years.
As a license,
I've come across several hairlines with and without baby hairs. Generally speaking, you could use just a brush. Really, if they're real baby hairs, you can just brush them into formation. They're going to lay because of the cowlicks around your hairline, which are creating.
Don't you try to go to church
growth.
With me and say cow growth? I mean,
cowlicks which are around creating the direction of the hair growth, which is what is causing those hairs to lay on your forehead.
You better not talk to me like that.
You know.
Professor.
So, I'm just saying, you know, and then there's also, you know, you could use a little water.
Yes, and that's it.
If it don't cut it with the water, then chances are, boo.
Yeah.
Those are not baby hair. Now, you might have edges.
Yeah.
That's fine. And you might have a little hair on your edges. That's normal.
Just a weekend.
It might be a little rolled up, a little broke off, shorter than the rest. It might, you know, whatever you want to call it. But if it's not just resting.
Sip my water.
And don't call it hateration and holleration because it's not. It's just, these are facts.
Hey,
facts.
Hey.
And what's a synonym for
facts?
Facts.
That's it.
Those are facts.
Yes.
So do you have anything that you feel like you want to address? I don't want to go to get it off your chest. How long we been on air?
Oh, that's good.
35. What is that? Did he say 35?
I thought he said 53.
Shit. 34. Okay, we got about 15 minutes.
Okay.
That. I don't know if I want to.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fair?
I'm with you. What? Wait.
What is it?
My baby said, I said, what is that?
You never heard of Cardi B?
No, but I do like Cardi B.
How you like Cardi B? You don't know nothing about
I started watching her on Love and Hip Hop or whatever that was. She was
and
on.
You never heard her say
I didn't pay attention to that. I know that's what she was doing was saying I thought because she had such a thick Latin.
Girl, stop talking to me.
I'm serious. But you know what? I like her little story.
Anything else?
I like her little story.
Well, what did you want to say? Do you have anything?
I like her little story. I want to hear why you done turned your whole head. Do you like her story? I like her little story.
I don't know.
She wasn't supposed to win the Grammy.
She wasn't supposed to. I like the story that's being told. Let me say that. I'm not sure if it's a true story.
You done heard something else?
No, I haven't heard anything else. But you know, I believe everything is a conspiracy, and everybody that is famous has some perfect made up ass, story. What like I feel like everybody is in that room, like what they used to go in on Scandal.
Oh, now
what was the little locked and padded room they have all their little special meetings in?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It was
a select few, whatever. I feel like everybody is in them rooms, and they conjuring up plans and stuff.
I'm gonna have to
like I feel like the Kardashians. I feel like the Kardashians have a little room, a little safe room in one of their houses, and they go and they plan out all their little schemes and scandals and all that shit.
Got a smart mama, baby.
Yeah, and they go in that room.
She go by herself and
whatever, and then she calls them in, and they have a meeting. So you're gonna do this, Courtney, this month.
Yes.
And Scott, you're gonna get drunk, and you're gonna go act a fool and cut backflips off of the rooftop.
And all of y'all gonna have babies by black men.
Yeah. So saying all that to say, I don't feel like it's authentic. Maybe she was like a stripper for 3 days.
Who are you talking about?
Cardi B.
I'm not gonna play with you. No. That was her lifestyle.
It was. But then like the whole
more than 3 days though.
But the whole breaking up with the Offset and all of that. I said I wasn't gonna be talking about the motherfuckers every day on this goddamn podcast.
Okay, well,
anyway, I was trying to see if you had anything to say about your clients and kind of hair tidbits that you want to give to your students.
Yes,
something
always I do want to give tidbits. Let me
sorry
just
about
say
the profanity.
I had somebody ask me,
ask your parents, can you watch this first?
This is, yes, please put whatever them little symbols is. I don't know what they do.
I feel like it should be here. Explicit parental advisory.
Yeah.
Or something.
We have to add that to the thing.
Next time.
Mm-hmm. So, I had a client ask me, what products do I use for?
Oh, wow! Answer it.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Hey, Miss Cinda, can I give you a call back? I'm in the middle of a podcast. I'm so sorry. Can I? Okay, bye-bye.
What is the problem so severe that they dare to blaspheme in the synagogue
that's my mortgage
of Mrs. Valerie Bell?
That was my mortgage loan.
Oh.
Come on, Jesus. Say you're going to send me a house, Lord. I got to call her back in just a minute. But anyway, so... for real on that. So she asked me what products did I use for natural hair.
Who's that?
One of my clients.
Oh, okay.
She said, what products do you use for natural hair? And so
the same ones I use on the hair.
I was trying,
the same ones I use on the Relax.
I didn't know how to say it without being like, what do you mean? Do I use?
Oh, wow. Again. The block is hot.
This is my ex-husband. He probably done seen it.
Wow.
Boy, you don't want to get on here and do a lot of cussing and talking crazy.
Oh, wow. We're not going to.
Anyway.
The devil will try to infiltrate.
I mean, honey, come right on
Look
in
at him.
And rear his ugly
Look at him. Running. Rasha. Running rampant.
Stop it.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Okay, so I was trying to find, and I was trying to find a nice way to say... Yeah,
bitch, the same products that I use on Relaxed Hair. That's what you was trying to say.
Stop it. So, and that's what I told her. I said, hair, baby, hair is hair. I said, each product that I use, I'm trying to maintain the healthiness of your hair, the integrity. I'm not. Do you want me to say I'm using sulfate free something? Or
that's what they want to hear.
Why?
Oh, sulfate free. It's the best for my hair.
Oh. Okay.
Sulfate free, please.
If you believe
only sulfate free shampoo. Please.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Do you know that that's what causes it to last? And we're not doing this. I've already given education today. So you said that now to spark my interest. Now you're gonna have to come back next week. So you don't believe that you have to use different products to achieve the natural styles. But now, do you do natural styles, or you just have clients that are relaxer free?
I do natural styles as well, but I don't do a lot of them. That is not something that I like to do because I feel like you're wasting your money.
Me too. But that's a whole nother.
That is.
That's a whole.
That's why I didn't want to stick no pen in.
Right. That's a whole nother day, and y'all just don't have to come back and check that out.
Please don't curse me out when you hear me. That's really and truly how I feel, ladies. Because I feel like, let me straighten you out. Let me give you some.
Well, the thing is that, and we can touch it real quick. The thing is that I can guarantee to an extent what your hair is going to do.
Once,
because actually you're leaving with a finished style.
Yes.
A lot of times with the natural hairstyles, those are things that have to set, and the setting time is far beyond what you want to spend in the salon. So a lot of times you have to go home with your twist. You have to go home with your Bantu knots. Sometimes because of the thickness of your hair, you have to go home with your rollers. And the thing is, I cannot guarantee what your hair is going to look like when you take that prep out and actually go to style your hair. So therefore, that's why we as stylists feel like sometimes it can be a waste of your money if you're not that client who can go home and actually finesse some hair. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that where it is, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to get it off your chest, and that has nothing to do with the hair. If you want to just, you know what to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna shout
out to me. Yes, I did say I was going to shout out to my nail tech. Like I said to Michael earlier, I cannot support you guys if I do not truly support you. So I have not had nails in a good little while, and I've been telling my girl, I'm going to come by and see you. One of my students, I'm proud of her. She is a graduate of Paul Mitchell, the Arlington location, and she actually did my nails, if y'all can or cannot see them. And when I say this girl laid that whole little set out, and I don't even do all of this kind of stuff. I'm a plain
little
little
Valentine's Day tease after Valentine's Day.
She said, Miss Bell, whatever you want. And when I say she sat down and rocked that, she literally sat down and rocked that. So if you are looking for a new nail technician, or if your nail technician is on a break, or you just want to break from it, go and see Samantha Murillo. She is amazing. You can catch her on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. And I'm sorry, Sam, I didn't bring your card in here, but
they wasn't gonna see that shit anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
well, I'm just
Sam,
saying,
what's her name?
Samantha Murillo.
And what's her Instagram? You don't even
Samantha Murillo.
Okay, well, Google her, and I hope she comes the fuck up. Where can the people find you on the social media for those who are inquiring about your educational services and how they can get any of that? Where, if you want
Valerie
them to
Bell.
find you.
I'm on Facebook, Valerie Bell Educator, and I am also on Instagram, Educator the number 4, LYFE.
She's on Instagram, and she's not even, we're not following each other. That's fine.
We're not?
Anything you want to find on me is the Michael Rose Experience. Google it, something will come up, and then you should be able to find out what you're looking for. Okay, and that is the end of what we have going on today. Don't bring that damn hateration, holleration into the dancery.
Into this dancery.
That's what I want to get off my chest. And I want to thank you all for joining us at the Michael Rose Experience.
Yes.
Come back and see us next week.
Yes.
It's been great.
It's been amazing. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Well, they'll be watching all day, so you don't really want to say good night.
Oh, good day.
Good day. You just
have an amazing day. Be blessed. Shoot. Shank or stank or like.
Shake a tail feather. How about that?